What's going on, everyone? Today I'm bringing you a Payday 3 Sentry build. Now, I wouldn't... So I've been using... So I'm not much of a loud player in general, you know? Like, I don't use loud a shit ton. But I've used this one a bit, quite a bit. As far as loud goes, I've probably used this more. So I've got 3 loud builds, and I'll probably use this one, let's say the second most. But yeah, so I really enjoy it. I mean, if you don't, then that's fine. But it's mostly based around sentry guns and shotguns. So I like the shotgun. It's up to you which one you want. You can do the double barrel, but I just use this one. I still haven't maxed it out though, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, so. Yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. We'll get another build. So this small loadout, it doesn't really matter at all. But yeah, let's move into the good stuff. So as far as the guns go, I use this sentry gun. Now there is loads of stuff, like I would use a range barrel, but I don't have it. I would use no, I think the CQC stock's probably the best one. That's up to you. I want the tag dying sight one. I'd definitely use the vent compensator. It's a good, but you can just play around with that. That's just kind of your choice. And I haven't maxed my shotgun out yet, so. And then I use the Bison or the Castigo. I think those are 2 best pistols, the revolvers. As far as, for me, those are the ones that I like the most. Especially the Castigo. I think I've used that more than anything. I shit like one bangs with like, if you have like, what is it, grit or whatever the other one is called, I forget. If you have edge on, most revolvers are one hit in the head, so. But yeah, since it's a loud build and we don't have dodge builds in Payday 3, I go with, so there's a massive debate on whether the heavy or the medium is the better armor to go with. I've just got heavy on. But I understand why medium can be better. I get that completely. Move a bit quicker, so you're less likely to hit, you know what I mean? But that's up to you, depending on which one you feel. But I am bringing you another build soon that sounds crazy, but it uses standard armor, a standard lining, as an overkill loud build. But it works. Somehow it works. You'll see. Deployable, obviously you want the sentry gun on. Throwable, completely up to you. I use frag grenade. And then tool, the infrasonic mine, because that's the only one that's actually useful and loud. Overkill weapon, the grenade launcher's shite. I don't like it. And then I use a sniper. But anyway, let's actually get into the good bits of the build now, so I'll tell you. Starting from the top, don't bother with any of these builds now. Let me just throw out there, I've only got 17 points. I've not got 21. So this build, still a few stuff missing, but for now this is what I use. Tank, I use tank normal because increases generation armor. Fuck hell. Arm bag has 2 charges. You're not going to use an armor bag, but you're doing it for the regeneration speed, that's why the debate between medium and heavy armor is better, because I think the heavy armor, you have to wait 40 seconds to regenerate any. I sounded fucking so gay there, what the fuck. Yeah, you have to wait 40 seconds to regenerate any armor, but when you do the medium, I think you have to wait like 30 or 25, so it massively, you know, helps, especially when you have the armor regeneration. Moving on, armor up. You can't complain about it. You get more armor when you use an armor bag. I mean, yeah. Last man standing. Now this one is not vital, but it's definitely a fucking useful one. So after if you were to die, you get 10 seconds of immunity to maybe like you're fighting a bulldozer and you just go all out and just fucking go out in his face and just let him shoot you. But then you get 10 seconds of immunity, so you'll be able to finish him off. You'll still die, but it'll give you the time to kill him and get back to your friends, or get back to cover, so you're downed in an easy position. Yeah. Sharpshooter. By the way, I used to do these fucking build videos back in Payday 2 when I was like, oh fucking hell, I must have been like 13, something like that. And I've lost my mojo, I forgot how to do them, to be honest. I was more confident back then with this shit. Anyway, Sharpshooter aced. So, it's not, like, brutally essential, but it's really fucking useful. So, like, if you stand still while aiming, you get edge. So there's tons of ways to get edge, but then this just helps, because then every single time you get a headshot kill, which you should be aiming for the head most of the time, then you keep your edge, so you're always doing 10% extra damage. Next up we got long shot. Also, this one's useful for shotguns, you know, shotguns with 10% extra damage, and then if you're shooting them in the head, that's also more damage, so you're basically one-shotting everyone. It should be. Now, as long as you have edge and you're aiming, your distance penalties won't apply, do not apply to headshot multipliers. So, once again, with a shotgun, you can just shoot long distance headshots and it won't really affect it. So, it's another good one. Now, as long as you have edge, your arm penetrations increase. So this builds a lot about keeping your edge with a shotgun, because then a shotgun with armor penetration is stupid, especially against bulldozers. But we're going to move on to the Enforcer tree, which is where a bit of this comes in. So we'll just basic Enforcer. Whenever you kill 2 enemies within 4 minutes, you could ace this. This would be a great one to ace, but I just don't have the points for it. Which I would probably ace this one. Use my next point to ace this. But whenever you kill 2 enemies within 4 seconds that are close to you, which there will be with a shotgun, you get grit, which increases your endurance, you know, less damage. And within 5 meters, you're going to be using a shotgun. So once again, it just piles up. As long as you have edge and grit, you deal 10% extra damage to targets within 5 meters. So as you can see, there's a big thing going on here. It's mostly just shoot shotgun close range, and you're going to be dealing more damage and taking less, since you're going to be close and everything's kind of within 5 meter range. This one's a really good one. Killing an enemy within 8 meters has a chance to stagger all their non-special enemies within 5 meters, which is really fucking good. So, like, you know, if you shoot an enemy 10 meters away, it could save your life, because if you were surrounded, everyone would just they'd stagger, so you'd maybe have the chance to shoot one and make an escape. And I think we're moving on to the final bit of the tree now. Engineer. You want to max it. Apart from detonation, I don't think that's that good. So engineer aced. So the first thing is, so it gives you the turret skill. Obviously you need that. And then the turret will shoot. Fuck hell. Non-mechanically, if it sees let me rephrase that. The turret shoots non-mechanical enemies, and it sees until the enemy's dead. Basically, it's just going to shoot someone until they die. You know, it's not going to switch targets all the time. It just shoots until someone's dead. And if you have this skill as well, turret's max health is up by 20%. So, and then the ace version is another 20% health, so that's even better. So the turrets last quite a while. I've played plenty of them. I'm not the highest level, I'm not the most professional, but in my past I've fucking loved my turret builds. I didn't do one on Payday 2, but I did enjoy using the turrets, and the turrets are better in this game than they were in Payday 2, so yeah, you can't complain about that. AP turret, increase the arm penetration of your turrets deployed by 1, so obviously if you have 2 turrets up, then you have 2 arm penetration at the same time. cooling system, this one's just to stop your turret from, like, the heat buildup, you know, it makes it last longer. Obviously that's top tier, can't complain about that. Spin cycle, very fucking useful one. Your turret's at 360 view, so if you can get a high spot and place, you know, get a high spot, place your turret, it can do full loops, place both your turrets. They'll do full circles, shooting everyone who comes. I normally like to throw, especially on road rage, down the sides of the bridges where the guards like kind of climb over, or the guards, the police climb over. You put your turrets like around them, and you don't have to worry about that side anymore, you know. This one, 2 turrets, like, I mean, what? You can't complain about 2 turrets. It increases the heat build-up, but you have 2 of them, so it doesn't really make a difference, you know. If you have 2 turrets, then you're just doubling your firepower. The best way I can describe it is, if you had 1 turret, it'd be doing half the firepower, but it'd last twice as long. But these ones, they last as long as 1 does. Like, they last as long as a regular turret would, but they have double firepower. So it's like, yeah, and they can cover 2 spots. So, and then finally, your turrets will switch target whichever enemy is marked manually. So if you have, let's say, a bulldozer, you point him out and the turrets will go apeshit on him until he dies. And well, that's it for all the skills until I make an updated version when I'm higher level. Not like there's much to update, but still. But as far as this build goes, let me just say, I'll just give you a little bit of advice. So when you put your turret down, once they set, you'll know, you just have to keep an eye on them. They'll start smoking and then they'll set on fire and won't work anymore. As soon as they set on fire, you can pick the turrets up and put them straight back down and they're back in the fight. Like in Payday 2, your turrets, if they're destroyed, they were destroyed completely. You wouldn't use it again. But in this, you know, you can pick it up and put it back down straight away and it's fine. As soon as, even if it is already destroyed, you know. Do it in between waves as well, like police assaults. When it stops, pick your turrets up, replenish them, just make sure they're back to ready to fight. But anyway, that's the build. I hope you all enjoyed. It's I don't sound like, you know, I know I can't, sometimes I might not, I might just fucking waffle on, but it does work, and I've had a completely fine time with it on Overkill, without any issues with going down or anything like that. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you all later, and definitely let me know if you want to see more builds.